You know, when I meet somebody new for the first time, and I tell them what I do. So if they don't know who I am, they don't know what I do. They, as soon as I tell them, hey, I work at a radio station and I'm on the radio hosting a morning show from 6 to 10, immediately they think, oh, that must be nice. You just work 4 hours a day and that's it, right? That is a common misconception with people that find out what I do for a living. They think I just come in, 6 o'clock, turn the mic on, start talking for a little bit, play some music, and at 10 o'clock I get to go home. The reality is that after I get done doing the morning show here on Eagle 97.7, I go into another studio to start working on other things. I'll do like production for commercials and stuff, and I'm also on air with one of our sister stations from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So, yeah, that is the common misconception that I only work 4 hours a day. They get their 8 hours out of me like any other job would. I'm not complaining at all. That's expected, right? And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about different jobs out there. I think when people hear, like, for example, I know because my mom was a school teacher, a lot of people think, oh, school teachers only work so many months a year and that's it. Now, if there's a teacher out there who is most likely like my mom was in teacher mode all year long. Like she taught during the school year, and then after the school year was over, sometimes she would tutor throughout the summer, or she would start prepping for the following year. In my house, we always had a room of school supply stuff and stuff that she brought home from her classroom that stayed in that room until it was time for her to bring it back to the school and reset for the new year. So, and my mom was not somebody who walked in when the bell rang and then left as soon as the last bell rang and kids were gone. My mom still would be at the school at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours after school was over to kind of get ready for the next day. So I think there's a lot of misconceptions when you think about certain people and certain jobs they have. You think, oh, that they only do this all day. That can't be that hard. I beg to differ. So here's what I'm doing right now. Here's what I would like you to do. If you're watching me on Facebook or TikTok right now, because I'm videoing this. And yes, because this morning show is not one of those $1 million operations like you see on TV shows and on the internet. I don't have an army of people working behind the scenes to do stuff for me. I'm literally shooting this video and I will edit it within the next hour or so and have it up on Facebook and TikTok and stuff. So yeah, again, I don't just sit here 4 hours and talk on the mic. I am constantly in and out of this room doing stuff, and people in the hallway think, or around the building see me darting around. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing 150 million things at one time. I am amazing. Anyway, check out this video. It's going to be online in a little bit. I would like to know, what is the biggest misconception about your job? People, they think, oh, this is the only thing you do all day. Let's clear things up. I want to hear from teachers. I want to hear from doctors, because I think that people think doctors just walk in, spend 5 minutes with a patient, and then leave, and they go play golf. I bet there's way more to their jobs than just that. I want to know about any professional out there, what you do, and what is the most common misconception about your job. All right, you can hit us up on Facebook. Do a search for Eagle 97.7, My Hit Music, or DB Nyce in the morning. I'm on TikTok. Just do a search for Hey DB Nyce. I would love to know, what is the biggest misconception about your job? You know what I think is an awesome invention? I mean, the first time I saw this, I thought, man, that's really, really cool. I like this. Gives you a sense of security. Makes you feel safe. I'm talking about those Ring Doorbells. And of course, they're great because they provide tons of funny videos on YouTube and TikTok. Because people seem to catch the most outrageous things with their Ring Doorbell. People trying to get away with a crime, like stealing stuff off your porch, a random transformer blowing up on the corner of the street, maybe a really outrageous car accident, just something goofy happening, or just all kinds of shenanigans. Ring doorbells are great. Of course, like I said, they give you security. Someone comes up to your door, tries to break in, you got them on video. I think it definitely has deterred a lot of crime, I'm sure, because people know, hey, I can't break this person's door down. They got me on camera already. But I feel like there is somewhat of a negative with Ring doorbells, and that is if you're someone who monitors everything that happens with your Ring doorbell, you could be one of those people that get a little carried away with it. And I'll give you a couple of examples. Yesterday, I was talking to someone in our office who was saying that their back door porch is being worked on. So she has to let the dog out the front door. And every time she opens the front door to let the dog out, her husband hits her up on the phone and says, don't let her pee in the front yard. Because I guess when the dog uses the bathroom on the front yard grass, I guess he's trying to keep it healthy. And, sometimes when dogs use the bathroom on the lawn, it leaves spots and stuff. And he's trying to keep the front lawn looking great or whatever. And it's gotten to the point where she's like, it's annoying. Every time I go out the front door, I hear the doorbell speaker, and it's him yelling at me for letting the dog out the front door. She says now she puts her finger over the camera so he can't see what she's doing. But he knows. And I got a friend. Love him to death. He's a great dude. But every time, like if he comes down, he lives in Jersey. So when he's down here, if he comes down for like a day or two, he will like get a ding on his phone and he'll look down. And if his wife's leaving, he likes to torment her and say, where are you going? What are you doing? He's not serious. He doesn't do this every time, but he does it occasionally. And sometimes she laughs at him like, stop looking at the doorbell. Stop looking at the Ring doorbell cam. Leave me alone. But I think to myself, that would be annoying. Knowing that someone knows when I'm walking in and out of my own home. So I don't know. I like the idea of having a Ring doorbell. I think the only way I would really, really enjoy having one is if I know someone else doesn't have access to it. I'm the only person that would have access to it. Because if I know somebody's going to call me every time I walk in and out of the house, that would drive me insane. What do you think? Do you have one of these Ring doorbells, and do you know somebody? Are you that person that watches everything that happens with your front door? Or do you have somebody who shares access to the camera and will message you or call you if they see you leaving and doing something? Would love to hear your Ring tales. Hit me up on Facebook. You can do a search for Eagle 97.7, My Hit Music, or DB Nyce in the Morning. You can use the Eagle 97.7 app. You can message me, text me, or leave me a voice message with the open mic feature. If you don't have the Eagle 97.7 app, just go to your app store, download it right now, do a search for Eagle 97.7. Of course, you can call me in the studio, 424-1234. I'm also on TikTok. Do a search for Hey DB Nyce and leave a comment and tell me your tales about having a Ring doorbell.
Eagle 97.7, My Hit Music.